Hi there and hello everybody and welcome back to today's Love and Action Daily Boost program where Tara Praolo and I take you through the 7-day Pillar Challenge sponsored by the House of Mommy Water and Poppy Water. Also take you through 52 weeks of conscious contact with Melody Beatty and focus on, of course, as I just said, the chakra of the day. It's Solar Plexus Chakra Day. The mantra is I do. I do love you. Thanks for stopping by. I'm Dr. Flo, online coach and mentor. I encourage, equip, and empower the world to use their time, talent, and treasures to follow their bold dreams. Thank you for being here. Today's inspiration comes from the late and great now poet Nikki Giovanni. She says in her poem, I wrote a good omelet. I wrote a good omelet. I ate a hot poem after loving you. Bunned my car and drove my coat home. In the rain, after loving you. I goed on red and stopped on green, floating somewhere in between, being here and being there, after loving you. I rolled my bed, turned down my hair, slightly confused, but I don't care, laid out my teeth and gargled my gown. Then I stood and laid me down to sleep after loving you. One more from the late, great now Nikki Giovanni, and may you rest in power. I heard about your passing last night, and what a gift you were, Nikki Giovanni. If y'all haven't had a chance yet to go and check out some of her talks with James Baldwin, it's just amazing. The Way I Feel by Nikki Giovanni. I've noticed I'm happier when I make love with you and have enough left over to smile at my doorman. I've realized I'm fulfilled like a big fat cow who just picked. I've realized I'm fulfilled like a big fat cow who was just picked for carnation contentment when you kiss your special place right behind my knee. I'm as glad as mortar on brick that knows another brick is coming when you walk through my door. Most time when you're around, I feel like a note Roberta Flack is going to sing. In my mind, you're a clock, and I'm the second hand swinging around you 60 times an hour, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, and an extra day and leap year. 'Cause that's the way. That's the way. That's the way I feel about you. Last one from Nikki Giovanni, and may you rest in power, Queen. It's called Allowables. I killed a spider, not a murderous brown recluse, nor even a black widow. And if the truth were told, this were only a small sort of papery spider who should have run when I picked up the book, but she didn't. And she scared me. And I smashed her. I don't think I'm allowed to kill something because I am frightened. I love that poem, Allowables. I don't think I'm allowed to kill something because I am frightened. Don't kill your dreams today. Don't kill your hopes because you're frightened. Keep believing. Thank you and rest in power. 81 years young, Nikki Giovanni. Moving forward into the 52 weeks of conscious contact with Melody Beatty, we've been reading this every day for a year. We're in week 50. It's all about compassion. It's day 3. The author writes, it can be difficult to tell when we cross the line from compassion to overcaring. Understanding another person so much that we don't hold them accountable for what they do. There are a lot of lines we can cross with compassion. We can move into pity for others or ourselves. But going too far the other way isn't good either. We can be so hard on others and ourselves that we don't allow for normal feelings of sadness and grief. We can be so hard on others and ourselves that we don't allow for normal feelings of sadness and grief. It's so normal to feel sadness and grief, but hopefully the community that you're finding and the fellowship you're finding here in Love and Action Network is helping to lift you through these days as we move together. The challenge of the week, and the theme once again is compassion, is that the hardest thing about having compassion is that often we truly don't understand how a thing feels until we wake up one day and it happens to us. The hardest thing about having compassion is that often we truly don't understand how a thing feels until we wake up one day and it happens to us. And so, those of us who've had a lot of hardship happen to us in life, or been abused, or been neglected, or bullied, and all the things that we talk about that have happened to me and that have happened to you in your lives, um, we are the ones with a lot of compassion and empathy. We're able to feel for other people because we've had hardship in our lives. I think it makes us strong as long as we don't over care. It's important to care about people, but don't over care. We're all on a very unique journey, and we have what it takes to make it happen. We really, really do. And we have each other. I'll be right back with today's Solar Plexus Day on behalf of House of Mommy Water and the lovely Poppy Water. Today, thanks to the House of Mommy Water and our fearless leader, Poppy Water, we are given the 7-day pillar challenge. Of course, the chakras, there's 7 of them. They're energetic loops in our body that help us get freedom along our energetic highways, spiritually, physically, and beyond. And of course, we come up from Sunday in the root chakra of I am, into Monday, which is all about the sacral chakra, I feel. And then on Tuesday, we end up in I do. The solar plexus chakra, that's all about personal power, your self-esteem, and also your inner strength. And remember, inner strength is something that's cultivated. You don't wake up one day with all of the inner strength that you could ever muster. It's something that's built inside and also in community. So let's talk a bit today about self-worth and confidence. Okay? How do you feel about yourself and your abilities? How do you feel about yourselves and your abilities? Do you feel like you're doing the best you can, or could you squeak out a little more? What are your biggest accomplishments and how do they make you feel? Are you a parent that has decent children out in the world? Are you a person who's been on your job for quite some time? Are you a person who has maintained jobs and maintained your aliveness? If you're a person who is hydrating yourself, I'm going to take some water now. If you're a person who's drinking your water and minding your business, how's that accomplishment make you feel? It makes me feel great. In what areas of my life do I lack confidence? How do I handle criticism and failure? Do I see failures as an indictment of my entire personality and who I am? Or do I see failures as moments to take a lesson and keep growing? Things to think about. I want to thank y'all for stopping by today's Daily Boost. It will be available over on Substack and also Spotify, and also be released on Threads, Blue Sky, and on the Tickety Talk. We're here every day, 7 days a week. Our goal and intention is to be an encouragement to those who want to feel lifted in the moment. We may not be able to lift you forever, but we can definitely do our best to encourage you, equip you, and empower you and lift you today. And whether you've been on the job of your life for 29 days or 29 seconds or 29 years, folks like myself, Tara Praolo Studio, and Poppy Water 33, and Angie, awesome Angie, we're here to make sure that you feel that you're loved and lovable today. It's always been true. It's always going to be true. And I will see you all tomorrow in Love and Action Network. Go to lovedandlovable.bio.link, lovedandlovable.bio.link, lovedandlovable.bio.link to learn more about how we encourage, equip, and empower the world. On behalf of all of us here, stay in your power, stay in your joy, and stay loved and lovable.